Ladies and gentlemen, in life, there's one truth that remains unshakable. Those who commit to constant learning and growth will always lead the pack. In a world that's changing faster than ever before, where trends shift overnight and yesterday's knowledge becomes obsolete by tomorrow, the only sustainable advantage you can have is your ability to outlearn everyone and outgrow everything that once limited you. It's not about being the smartest in the room. It's about being the most adaptable, the most curious, and the most committed to evolution. Learning isn't just something you do in school or college. It's not something that ends with a degree. True learning is a lifelong journey. It's a lifestyle, a mindset, and a declaration to yourself that you will never settle for what you currently know or who you currently are. The people you admire, those at the top of their game, didn't arrive there by luck. They arrived by learning faster than others, by being obsessed with growth. They understood something crucial, that no matter how talented you are, if you stop learning, you stop growing. And if you stop growing, you begin to fade. Outlearning everyone doesn't mean competing with others in the traditional sense. It means competing with your former self every single day. It means waking up each morning with the intention to stretch your mind, to feed it with ideas, insights, and experiences that expand your vision of what's possible. You don't have to have all the answers. You just need the hunger to find them. That hunger will carry you further than raw talent or privilege ever could. We live in a noisy world. Social media, distractions, shallow conversations, and surface-level knowledge can trap you into thinking you're learning, when in reality, you're just consuming without depth. Outlearning everyone requires intentionality. It requires you to go deeper, to read, to listen, to observe, to question everything, and to apply what you learn relentlessly. It means trading endless scrolling for purposeful study, trading gossip for growth, trading comfort for challenges. If you outlearn, you will begin to outgrow. You'll outgrow people who no longer align with your vision. You'll outgrow environments that don't challenge you. You'll outgrow habits that keep you small. You'll outgrow self-doubt, procrastination, and fear. Growth is not always comfortable. In fact, most of the time it's not. Growth demands you let go of who you used to be. It asks you to shed old skin, outdated beliefs, and inherited limitations. But in return, it offers you expansion of mind, of spirit, of possibility. There will be seasons when people won't understand your growth. They'll accuse you of changing. Let them. That's the point. You're not meant to stay the same. You weren't born to be static. You were born to evolve. And evolution requires discomfort. It requires leaving behind familiarity for the unknown. But that's where magic happens, in the unknown. That's where greatness is born. When you dedicate yourself to outlearning, you gain tools. Tools to think critically, to solve problems, to adapt quickly, and to lead others. In today's world, the ones who will thrive are not those with the loudest voices, but those with the sharpest minds and strongest adaptability. The world doesn't reward those who merely complain about problems. It rewards those who understand problems, think differently, and create solutions. And that kind of thinking only comes when you're obsessed with learning. There's no barrier you cannot break through with the right mindset and the right knowledge. Whatever is limiting you right now, a lack of confidence, financial constraints, fear of failure, can be overcome when you choose to empower yourself through learning. Knowledge turns limitations into opportunities. It gives you the power to rewrite your story. You may not come from privilege, you may not have had a head start, but if you choose to outlearn, you will eventually outpace. Because knowledge compounds. Just like interest in a savings account, learning compounds over time. The more you invest in it, the more exponential the returns become. Outlearning requires discipline. It's not glamorous. It means staying up late to read when you're tired. It means asking questions that others are too afraid to ask. It means trying and failing and trying again. But it also means winning in the long run. It means becoming someone who can navigate any room, adapt to any situation, and seize opportunities that others can't even recognize. Outgrow everything that no longer serves you. Outgrow the old version of yourself who doubted their worth. Outgrow the excuses that kept you stuck. Outgrow the fear that said you're not enough. Outgrow the environments that made you shrink. Your destiny requires a new version of you, one that is bold, informed, and relentless. Think of your mind as the most powerful muscle you own. You wouldn't skip leg day at the gym, so don't skip growth day in life. Every book you read, every mentor you listen to, every question you ask, it's all a rep. It's all building mental strength. And just like physical muscles, the more you train your mind, the more capable it becomes. When others are distracted, you stay focused. When others complain, you create. When others settle, you stretch. When others repeat old patterns, you build new ones. This is what it means to live with intention. This is what it means to outlearn and outgrow. Don't wait for permission to become better. Don't wait for validation. Don't wait for the right time. The right time is always now. Now is the moment you decide that mediocrity is not your destiny. Now is when you commit to rising above your current level, not because you hate where you are, but because you love where you're headed. And let me tell you something powerful. Growth compounds. While others are busy proving, you'll be improving. While others are chasing attention, you'll be chasing mastery. And when the time is right, when the world finally sees you, they won't just see success. They'll see substance. Learning isn't about hoarding information. It's about transformation. It's about letting knowledge change the way you think, the way you live, and the way you lead. You don't rise by memorizing more. You rise by becoming more. So wake up every day with a question in your heart. What can I learn today that will make me better tomorrow? What weakness can I turn into strength? What area can I improve that will elevate my entire life? And then act. Read the books, listen to the podcasts, take the courses, watch the documentaries, engage in real conversations, reflect, journal, apply, teach others what you've learned, because teaching is the highest form of understanding. Outlearning is not an event, it's a lifestyle. It's about being obsessed with your potential. It's about knowing that the only competition is who you were yesterday. It's about being so committed to your evolution that you're willing to disappoint people who expect you to stay the same. And guess what? Not everyone will applaud your growth. Some will feel threatened. Some will misunderstand. That's okay. Growth isn't for everyone, but it is for you. You weren't born to live small. You weren't born to stay stuck. You were born to rise, to break limits, and to become someone future generations will thank. So don't apologize for growing. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't dim your light to fit in. Shine. Evolve. Elevate. The person who outlearns everyone becomes unstoppable. Why? Because they're not relying on circumstances. They're building their future with intention. They know that the more they grow, the more their life grows. You want better relationships? Grow. You want better health? Learn. You want better opportunities? Evolve. You want more confidence, more clarity, more income, more influence? It all starts with how deeply and consistently you learn. Make learning your edge. Make growth your identity. Be the one who always knows a little more, tries a little harder, and rises a little higher. Be the one who doesn't just react to life, but creates it. Outlearn, outgrow, outlive the limitations that once defined you. Because the truth is, you don't just rise by being better than others. You rise by becoming better than you were yesterday. And when you commit to that kind of growth, when you truly decide that your life will be a reflection of your highest learning and deepest evolution, there's no limit to who you can become. So keep learning, keep growing, and remember, you were never meant to stay in one place. You were meant to rise. Outlearn everyone, outgrow everything, and watch the world change around you.